Fine Peasants. It's been a while. 2 months, roughly.
Yeah, somewhere thereabouts. But we are here to discuss the clusterfuck that was the 2022 midterms.
You know, this is take 2, and that was just so much better.
It was so much better.
That was a much better wording.
Yeah. It's only a clusterfuck if you're one certain political group.
I don't think so. So Republicans definitely got beat out by the expectations. I think we went over, but everybody, CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, Daily Wire, Joe Rogan, Dark Horse Podcast.
Anyone ever said Republicans are going to sweep.
Yeah, Republicans were estimated to take, I think, I'll just average it out and say 54 Senate seats and 25 House seats. And I think we're going to end again with maybe 50 Senate seats and 8 House seats.
I think the projection right now is a split 50-50 Senate. Republicans taking 8 seats, so they're going to be at 222.
Yeah, I think 222 is what I saw too.
Is so far the predictions from what's happening left. I think there's a few states that are still waiting to vote or whatever, or waiting because they're waiting till set tomorrow.
No, don't get me started. It's Arizona and Nevada, and it's
really a West Coast problem. Even California hasn't really.
Yeah, but at least California has the argument that millions of people Nevada does not have the same problem.
They've got a weird long process, and it doesn't make any sense.
And so does Arizona. Arizona's basically apparently you can only count 5% of the vote per day. I guess that's what it is.
I don't know, but so needless to say, the Republicans kind of dropped the ball. They were handed it, and they dropped it somehow.
So fucking much. We definitely dropped the ball. As the resident Republican on the podcast, we fucked up, and we're gonna go over exactly how we fucked up.
There's a lot of things. It's a long list.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not as long as most people think. Really, and I really struggled with this. I tried to wrap my mind around what could make everything so wrong, and really, what I think it boils down to is terrible candidate choice. We picked pretty strong candidates in races that were not going to be very competitive. And then we let Trump pick really weak candidates in very competitive races. The idea that Mehmet Oz could put an R next to his name is fucking laughable.
Yeah.
Okay? Even in an East Coast state like Pennsylvania, it is fucking laughable. Well, he was a registered Democrat 2 years ago.
Well, he also wasn't,
He's also fucking insane. He's insane.
And he's not from Pennsylvania.
I don't even know that he's insane. He's not.
And to be fair, Oz was running against probably the strongest Dem candidate.
Well, until he had a stroke.
No, I think they preferred him with a stroke.
They did.
They preferred him with a stroke.
So hang on.
Fetterman could also whip all our asses. Madness, have you seen what Fetterman looks like?
No. Oh, he's a giant.
He towers over pretty. He's probably the biggest guy in Congress.
Just big don't mean you can fight. I've fought plenty of.
I can't say that. I'm going to say it. It's a joke. He ain't fucking bulletproof.
But
I love you, Fetterman.
That was actually one of the. So after the first debate, I think one thing that really helped Fetterman was something like 500,000 votes were cast before the first debate in Pennsylvania. Yeah. And then after the first debate, the number one Googled question in Pennsylvania was, how do I change my early vote? And newsflash, you can't. So once you vote, and that's it. So maybe wait till the debates are done. But, it is what it is. Mehmet Oz got beat. And Blake Masters in Arizona looks like he's going to get beat.
Yeah.
He's
pretty
good.
Another popular senator he was running against.
And Blake Masters was Trump supported, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He's Trump back?
Yeah.
And then, so it looks like you just pulled up the numbers on the Nevada race, and they're
within 2,000 votes.
Yeah, it's fucking insane. It's never to let anybody tell you your vote doesn't matter, because 2,000 votes is fucking close.
Yeah, that's
you see Colorado's House seats 73.
But that's not a surprise, though.
They're saying that, so
the specific district is, because it's a flip. Whether it's going to be a Democrat or Republican, Colorado.
Oh, you're talking about a specific district?
Yeah, so Colorado, basically, right now, it's 73, and it's pretty much is this going to be a Democratic Colorado, or is it going to be a Republican-ran Colorado?
I don't think it'd be very surprising at all to see a Democrat Colorado. We've had a Democrat Colorado. That's not the surprising thing, okay? No. So a lot of these races, looking at them, it's not as surprising when you look how they voted historically. So Wisconsin one that was really close. That one, Wisconsin can go either way. A lot of those Midwestern Iron Belt or Rust Belt states can go either way. That's why That's why they're so highly sought after.
Well, they're battleground states.
Yeah. But I guess let's focus in on what exactly, why we think it ended up the way it did. And I will go first because I kind of already said mine. After looking at the numbers, we had a lot of, so Vermont and New Hampshire both elected Republican governors. And then if you look at their Senate seats, the Republican candidate just got walloped. I mean, not even particularly close. And I'm talking like 5 points or more. And the only thing that can make sense to me on that is split ticket voting. The independents, in a large way, at least in those two states, broke for the Republican governor and the Democrat senator. And I think that's what to me shows the evidence that it was poor candidate choice. We just didn't run strong enough candidates. And when I say we, I mean the RNC and Donald Trump. Donald Trump this midterm was a huge drag, I think, on the Republican Party. And the only race that we won, how we should have won, was Florida, where Trump had no influence in the race. It was all DeSantis. And DeSantis won his governorship by 20 points. And then I think the other races weren't particularly close either. So that's what I really think it boils down to, is the Republican Party funded the wrong candidates based on Trump's picks.
I don't think they did, because those candidates weren't a primary. They won their primary.
They won their primary, but primaries are often, especially among the same party, in states. Like, so how many ads did you see for the Republican primary in Oklahoma?
Yeah, not many.
I for one, saw zero. Now I also don't. I stream. I don't. So
YouTube I saw.
That's kind of the thing is whichever candidate in the primary gets the backing of the RNC is the one who's going to win the primary, because they're the one who gets the name recognition from getting ads out there. Mm-hmm. The only other way is having a kingmaker, which was supposedly Donald Trump, who would come out and
right.
publicly endorse a candidate during the primary, which then attaches Trump's base to that person,
right?
Which basically ensures the primary. That's what happened with Mehmet Oz.
Yeah, that is exactly what happened. With
you also got to take into account Democrats. Huge gamble that they did this. They funded who they thought they could beat.
They funded January 6th supporters and Trump picks. Is who they did.
Yeah,
they actually put DNC money towards those candidates.
It's fucking. I don't know if we talked about it on podcast, but that's fucking psychotic.
Yeah.
So the only problem is
they
can't really question the effectiveness of.
Well, here's the problem. So the problem is they did this in 2016 when they funded Trump in the primaries when Trump won, because they thought they could beat him, and then they lose the presidency in 2016.
That was a bad calculation.
So they thought, hey, this didn't work in 2016, but let's flip that coin again. So they are 50-50 on...
Yeah, it could have been really bad. Now, in their defense, had all those people gotten elected, they probably would have shot themselves in the foot.
Oh, yeah.
So these people on the a lot of these Trump picks on the campaign trail shot themselves in the foot anyway.
Some of these people are fucking psychotic running. Like...
I think psychotic's a strong term, but I get what you're saying.
No, I mean literally, they're insane.
Nah.
I'm not talking about DeSantis. I think DeSantis is perfectly normal in between the ears. But I mean, like, Herschel Walker, like, he's fucking crazy.
Well, and take away the fact that he doesn't have any political experience. He was a running back?
He was a football player.
Yeah, he's a football player. What business does he have? And Trump kind of ruined it. That's the same thing that happened with Mehmet Oz, is we were betting that Herschel Walker and Mehmet Oz would have enough of their own name recognition to kind of... And people would just be so turned off by Democrats this year that they would just vote for the most recognizable name on the ticket. And we were fucking wrong.
Damn right you were.
That was you. The Republicans flipped the coin too. We let Trump call a lot of competitive races and backed money based on his recommendation, and that was the wrong call. That was a horrible call in hindsight. America, especially independents, are done with fucking Donald Trump. They don't want anything to do with him. Yeah. They don't want anyone. They don't want anyone nominated by him. They don't want anyone who has ever been close to Donald Trump in a particular way, or has Trump campaigning for them, is not going to win independence. That is what this race told me.
You know, it didn't help. This I know Garrett said he didn't see it a lot, but I'm on social media probably the most out of all of us. Maybe Wyatt,
No, I don't get on social media.
All over social media was Republicans fighting a lot, which is uncharacteristic. Usually they're very united. They're usually a strong base. They usually get, especially when it comes to these midterm elections and the presidency, they're usually united. But this midterms, they were just fighting. They were a lot of infighting. Which is,
I think it's because Mitch backed out. Like, once Mitch lost his candidates, he was like, "Fuck it, you guys want to do this without me? Do it without me."
Mm-hmm.
He's got it.
That's the big dog move, though. He's like, "Fine, you want to bet Trump's going to save your ass instead of Big Daddy Mitch McConnell?"
Yeah.
So that was the biggest thing. Is
get hung.
A lot of these, I'm gonna call them very, very far right, radical Republicans who. Pretty much, like, they thought Trump was
super
Jesus.
MAGA.
They thought Trump was Jesus. Essentially, they built the statue of him, and they were just fucking attacking the middle of the group Republicans who didn't think January 6th was bad, didn't think the election was rigged. All the people were like, "Listen, election's over. I'm done. It's not rigged." They would attack them, and to me, independents saw that and said, "What the fuck are y'all doing?" Like, if you guys can't agree now, what makes you think you can agree in Congress and make good laws?
I don't think so. I really think it's what Ben Shapiro says, that there is no one on planet Earth at this point who does not have an opinion about Donald Trump, good or bad. They have an opinion. There is no gray in 99% of people's, especially in America's minds. Like, you either liked Donald Trump or you did not. There's very few. Well,
even you guys don't really like him anymore.
No, so that's one thing, and we talked about it briefly after the
Throwing
2020
away
election.
like a used stiff rag.
Yeah,
I love it.
Republicans really don't like losers. We do not like losing candidates. If you lose, unless you're Ted Cruz, if you lose, you typically just get kicked out to the curb. Like, Ted Cruz runs and runs and runs and runs, but
never loses any weight,
once you lose, especially a presidential election, we don't nominate you again. We're not willing to run you again.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the last one we did that with was probably H.W. Bush. No, H.W. didn't lose, did he? Mm-mm. Did he lose before he got elected?
No, he lost to Clinton, didn't he?
I don't think he lost to Clinton. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that, but typically, at least in my lifetime...
You're talking about Reagan's VP, right?
H.W. Bush?
Yeah.
Head of the CIA for a while?
Yeah, that couldn't be 9/11 Bush. Wait, 9/11 Bush or before 9/11?
Well, so 9/11 Bush definitely didn't get beat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Senior or junior? How about fucking that?
Senior got beat by Clinton.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we didn't nominate him again. Well, we did nominate his son. Anyway, don't hold me to that.
Yep.
Typically,
we voted in a Bush.
One...
The only exception to that rule, you have to go back to like the 60s. It was Nixon. So Nixon lost to Kennedy, and then he went on to win. But typically, like, it's not a big strategy in either party.
Yeah. Once you get beaten a general,
worked for Robert Cleveland.
Yeah. See how far back you have to go. Yeah, shut the fuck up.
But so that's kind of my takeaway. My biggest takeaway is that Trump is not kingmaker. And the sooner we excise him, the better.
I think you got to exile him. You had your chance and nobody did it. If I'm telling you, you should have done it. You should have just 14th Amendment him and just said, "You're out. You're done. We're done with you." Because now he's going to come back like a STD and he's going to bite you in the gonads when you're sleeping.
There's going to be a flare-up. It's like herpes. He never quite goes away.
It's going to start burning every time you piss.
Because I don't know if you guys remember what 2016 was like during the Republican primaries, but I do. It was a fucking bloodbath. It was... I mean, they may as well just put a fucking sword out there and just made each one of them fight to death.
Well, so we'll get into what 2024 looks like at the end of this podcast.
Yeah, I'm sure that's coming. But
yeah.
I just figured
so that was my big takeaway. I'm interested in hearing y'all's thoughts on what you think cost the Republicans the huge gains they should, by all rights, have had.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Go with me. Like I said, there was a lot of infighting amongst Republicans, and it really turned, again, like Garrett said, the independents are tired of Trump. They're tired of radicals. Independents are tired of these far-right radicals.
No, they're not just tired of far-right radicals. They're tired of radicals.
Well,
that's true.
The left progressives won. That's we'll talk about that.
I mean, picking the devils. I mean,
yeah. So
I'm saying like Fetterman, Oz, right? I mean, you got pretty both sides of the.
Fetterman's a little
the bad shit, crazy.
Well, Fetterman's a little more centrist Oz is. I mean,
It's
I mean,
hard to
so
go
what
as
we
far.
have to say is though that the Senate still ends up 50-50. I mean, we're
Yeah.
very close.
Yeah.
Like it's not like these independents
So
are
I think-
breaking
I think-
incredibly hard for one party over the other. They're breaking on best candidate choice. Whoever
Well, so,
they think the
I'll
best
tell you-
of the turd sandwiches
I'll
are.
tell you what really swung in Democrats' favor is Gen Z got out and vote. 8 million Gen Zers were able to vote in the midterms this year, and younger generations vote typically Democrat. They vote typically liberal.
Really, anyone under the age of 30 typically
And
votes
it's funny now. I see Republicans, not a lot of them, but on Twitter they're saying we should raise the voting age to 21.
Well, so that's been in
Own
the
a gun at
conversation
8
for a long time.
Own a gun at 18? Hell yeah. Voted at 18? Go fuck yourself.
I think we
Republican
tried.
narrative.
We tried.
That's
no,
not the
I don't think
Shut
nobody's
the
running.
fuck up.
Nobody's running on that. I'm
No.
with you. Nobody's running.
No.
on that.
It's just a little.
You can't run.
No,
on
it's
that.
just a little goof. But
You
some
can't
some
run on taking
some
risks.
and let me the losers of this.
You sure can.
I was like,
And the only people saying this right now are the people who lost. It's like we should raise the age to 21. And
No. So raising the age has always been a Republican thing. We've been trying to raise the age of vote since the 90s. Okay? We've been trying to raise the age for everything.
that's stupid.
Like for alcohol, except the military. We did not try to raise the age.
You lose
for the
half your
military.
fighting force.
But we've been trying to raise the age. And so part of it, I could spout a bunch of logical reasons why you should probably wait till 21 to 25 to vote and to drink alcohol and other stuff. I could give you the thinking behind it. Do I necessarily agree with it? No. You know, we can have an honest debate about it. But the thing is, gosh, I can't remember what I was going. You fucking cuck.
Either way, so a lot of these again 8
you
million
insult my wife.
8 million Gen Zeners.
Gen Zeners,
Zener, I don't give a fuck.
dude. That's your name
What
from
are they
now on.
called? Are they called Zoomers?
I think they're.
I think that's what
I
they
think
call
they're
them.
Zoomers.
I don't know. I'm not on the internet.
Most of them have ADHD, so it makes sense. So the Zoomers basically voted pretty heavily in Democratic favor. And that's, 8 million doesn't sound like a lot, but it is, especially spread about the states, especially battleground states.
Especially when they typically don't vote. So like the polls didn't even account for anyone under 25. Which is
Really?
stupid. Well, typically they don't vote.
Yeah, usually. So
That's really dumb.
That's a big flaw.
that's a
Yeah.
big, to me, a key factor. And a lot of things, I think some people, especially independents.
So what is it? Just to clarify, what is it you think that lost the Gen Zers for the Republicans?
That's a long, lost battle. I feel.
I think it's
Is it just the natural tendency of younger folks to be more ideological and?
well, so they don't like conservative.
Younger people are more ideological.
Okay, so they're not more ideological.
So when you hear some of the stuff that the Republicans say, when you're young,
It's just bitching about the younger generation.
yeah, pretty much. It's the old
but
man.
the younger generation always bitches about the older generation too. This is
It's the dynamic.
that's like a chicken egg scenario. You know what I'm saying?
yes. But some of
So you don't think it has anything to do with policy? You think it's just the
No, I
dichotomy.
think
it's just that.
No,
number.
I
say
think
that
it's
too.
policy. I think policy. You had a lot of Republicans.
Well, there's a giant
They're
Roe
on-
v. Wade shaped
they're-
elephant in the room here that I was
Oh.
waiting for Nick to mention.
Oh, I'll bring that up here in a minute. I mean, that is a key. A lot, again, 79% people think abortion should be legal nationwide. Republicans, a few of them came out and said we should do a nationwide abortion ban, which totally went against their let states decide.
No,
To be fair, that was just one cent.
the numbers on Republicans who want a nationwide abortion ban are frighteningly small. I am one of them, but they are small.
You are fucking insane.
Yeah, one of your
psychotic.
exact words were you want to leave it to the state?
I don't think
Go
so.
back to Roe v. Wade podcast. I'm pretty sure you wanted left to the states, you fucking hypocritic cunt.
Hey, that is not the topic of this.
No, it's not. But so the conservatives are unliked. They don't have very popular ideas.
But
For the younger people.
For the
For the younger people. Old people like them.
Had to clarify for you.
So the boomers like them because
Not just boomers.
mostly boomers.
No,
Old fucking people.
it's really not.
Who?
I'm telling you, it's really anyone after the age of 30. Your
I think
odds
they're
of being
favored-
conservative
I think they're favored.
go up.
I think Democrat. Yeah, you're right. So, but
I think because you get older, you
the
care.
gap,
because
the
you're
gap
mature.
narrows at like as soon as you get to 45. So like 30 to 45, they're still favored slightly Democrat. And then...
But that's the
after that,
transitionary period.
Yeah.
Is where you come out of college, you work for a little while, and you think, God damn, those conservatives have a fucking point about taxes and all this other shit.
It's mostly the taxes.
It's mostly the fucking taxes.
It's mostly the fuck. I gotta. You do the math on your calculator. We do. All right, $10, 40 hours. Oh, that should be $400 on my check. You get back $270. Ah! And then you start thinking, wow, maybe those alphabet people are.
There's some gaps in your. There's some gaps in your resume. Well, from 33 to 45, the FDR was in president, so I was on the welfare. And then 60.
So what is it you think that actually lost them? So
I think they don't.
It's just you think it's the policies that turn Gen Z up, right?
I think they're putting nothing but fucking radicals up there.
Well, so thanks to the DNC, yeah.
Yeah. So that's
so thanks to the DNC, Trump, and the RNC.
Yeah. Fucking everybody. Thanks to everybody.
I want statistics, Wyatt. What were the odds of that coming together in 2022?
Of what odds?
The DNC, the RNC, and Trump's interests all being aligned in a candidate.
About as likely as you are to find a nun at a... Nah, never mind. I'm not going to finish the joke. You get it. You get the idea.
I know.
It shouldn't have fucking happened. Yeah. And the idea that Trump backed the same candidates the DNC wanted backed...
He kind of played into their hand.
The Republican voters did it, too.
He played into their hand.
Yeah. But,
What?
I don't know. It's definitely a mix of all these. There's no one... But I think it's that the issues that people were voting on in this election they benefited the Democrats. Like, inflation, you guys like to bitch about inflation, but, Lindsey Graham said it. What the fuck is our solution?
Mm-hmm. He's absolutely right.
Right.
That was my point of disagreement with Nick, is I think Republicans during this campaign were very good on message. At least the running candidates.
Really?
It was, yeah.
That's my problem with them.
Inflation, immigration, and crime.
So the thing is, you can. But okay, so here's where I think you guys missed the opportunity, because I think you're right. You had the fucking points, but you didn't capitalize because you didn't say what your solution. There was no platform.
You're exactly right.
There's no platform. It was literally just crime's bad. Look at how bad it is right now under Biden.
What's your solution? Fucking
corn pop Biden. And I thought it was still going to work. To be honest with you, because don't get me wrong,
everybody.
Inflation is bad. I did that sticker, right? You know what I'm talking about? That's on gas stations still in America, right? But you know what doesn't make a good bumper sticker? Yeah, inflation is bad here, but we're better compared to the entire Western civilization. No, you can't put that on a fucking car. You can't run on that. Even if it's true, nobody gives a fuck.
But you're absolutely right. It's because Republicans didn't have a way to capitalize. So what are you going to do on crime? That's an easy answer. That is an easy answer.
Lock up all the known thieves?
No, just lock up people who are committing crimes. That's the thing. We are going to put criminals in jail. That is the fucking answer.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what are you going to do on immigration? We're going to strongly
enforce... Build a goddamn wall!
No, okay. Well, that worked in 2016. But we're going to strongly enforce current immigration law.
That's the thing.
These are very simple answers that these Republican candidates couldn't have found.
You see,
they couldn't have found shit in a cow pasture.
I don't understand why.
Side note, you'll see some states got rid of slavery.
Shut up.
Yeah, not this long. I think it's funny. Not Oklahoma though. We'll get there in another.
Now, if you didn't know, some states still had forced labor on their things that they finally got rid of.
It's in our state.
Wait, are you talking about prisoners?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Indentured servitude.
That's not indentured servitude. That is paying off your debt to society. But
you can't force someone to work.
I'm saying it's legal.
The mustache.
Whatever. We're not talking about slavery. We'll talk about slavery some other time.
I don't think it's fucking slavery.
Slavery is legal in the United States. It's even constitutional. We're slowly getting rid of it. Fuck off. We're done. We're not talking about it anymore. Fucking done.
Well, you can't just leave it at that.
I have questions.
You don't get to fucking ask questions.
Can I make Nick a slave?
Does Nick smoke pot? Don't answer. Don't answer.
Don't incriminate yourself.
Yeah, but I thought you were going to say something stupid like yes.
No, he fucking would. You know that.
Yeah, he would. But anyway.
I did not.
Yes, technically. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, what the fuck was I even going about? Yes, forget slavery, period. Here's why I think Democrats won. Is because not only did Republicans not capitalize on the fucking stuff, even DeSantis didn't run on shit. He was just I'm me. And
DeSantis ran on his accomplishments as governor.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what you don't have.
Everyone else ran.
If you're not an incumbent, you don't have accomplishments because you're not a fucking politician.
And none of it. I don't.
So they ran on the accomplishments of Trump though.
But
which
so
everyone's
even,
sick.
So even that, right? And then you have the Democrats on the other side. Despite inflation, despite gas prices, despite the economy being in the shitter, right?
The job market, the tech is starting to collapse.
Well, the jobs report came out. They're pretty solid the last 6 months. But the fact is that the economy's still in the shitter. All right, we might get out of it. I don't know.
Well, the threat of a global depression is still very much a real thing right now.
But the issues that were important in this election was, Roe v. Wade. That's going to favor the Dems.
Yep.
Pretty fucking heavily. And then you have the student loan forgiveness. That favors young people more than it favors everybody else. So if there's anything that's going to motivate people, it's those. And I'm willing to bet that once, the final results come out, it's going to be young people and women came out in droves.
Oh, so you're right. Single women broke by like 72%. Don't quote me on that number. Single women broke 72% for Democrats, and that is 100% abortion.
Yeah,
110%. Which
right on the mic too.
That's a satisfying sound. Can we all just take put it in front of Nick's.
We're alcoholics.
I'm not going to talk about it. If I talk about it, we're going to lose the train of thought in this podcast.
I'll gut you like a fish.
Moral of the story is, people liked Roe v. Wade, and it's gone, and now they're pissed about it. Back to Gary.
Yes.
Back to you, pissed off man.
But that broke single women heavily in favor of Democrats. Just that one issue.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're talking a 72%.
That's a big number.
It's a big number.
That's just women, by the way. We're not talking about also fucking. Also,
else. Single men, I think, still broke in favor of Republicans most often. It's probably depending on age bracket. So younger would probably break for Democrat for the same reason. Single women, like men, like killing their responsibilities and not having to assume them. So
men like pussy.
Some men do. But yeah, so that was definitely. Then you're gonna have. That was one of the breaking factors, is single women breaking for Democrats like that. And then what were the other issues? So on inflation, I think really, the death of fiscal conservatism has just, voters have accepted it. There is no longer a fiscal conservative, so why would I vote for a Republican for inflation when they're just going to keep doing the shit?
Yeah,
just fun shit that I may not like.
Yeah. If anything, they're going to ramp up the military complex.
No, let's not pretend that's just conservatives.
Yeah.
But
that's fucking...
the Democrat bombs just have a little BLM fist on there. That's the only difference.
Oh, so they can fist
as they land on brown people.
Yeah,
Don't worry, your lives matter. Well, their lives did. Your lives matter. But yeah, it's why would you vote conservatively on inflation if you don't think conservatives are going to act conservatively? Which I think in this case they really would have, because it would have been an obstructionist. And if there's one thing we're very good at, it's obstructing.
You're good at like cogging the gears.
Well, again, we are better at cogging the gears than Democrats. Yeah.
You just can't let progress happen, can you?
Well, different topic.
Wrench!
Hey, this benefits everyone.
It's
wrench.
No, it's not accurate.
Wrench.
It's not.
This benefits everyone.
You know what benefits?
Wrench.
This benefits anyone other than the fucking
This benefits minorities.
That's the
C4.
That's the key.
This benefits women. What?
Yeah, literally the last time y'all threw a wrench in it, you started a civil war.
I'll wait.
No, that's about it. It's funny though.
It's
people are doing wrench.
Didn't Barack Obama conduct more drone strikes than any president in history?
I know. We need to not shut up about that. That needs to be brought up more. I'm with you.
It's almost like both sides suck.
Didn't Jeffrey Epstein have a whole bunch of Democrats on his list?
And Republicans.
Just saying.
Yeah,
pretending that you keep laying the hate on them.
Pedophilia has no party
platform is like
No, pedophilia does have a party. There maps. You know what? Minor attracted person. You know what side of the aisle that developed on?
I think you spend too much time on the fucking internet.
You know what's?
I think this is why you guys lost. This is part of you guys sound fucking insane when you say shit like this.
No, he's got a point here. That's
like Blake Masters is openly anti-fucking condom. Can you believe that? We had an openly anti-fucking condom. It is 2022, and we had an anti-condom running senator.
I mean, on religious values, or did you just not?
Shut the fuck up! I don't give a fuck. Imagine if a fundamentalist fucking Muslim came out and said, "That's it, no more condoms." You wouldn't be like, "Oh, it's his religious." You'd be like, "That's fucking crazy."
I have a lot
That's
more.
Insane.
That's actually not true. I have a lot more in common than with a fundamentalist Muslim than I have in common with most Democrats.
You know, some states, if you're an atheist,
you're referring to ISIS. Like, do you understand? Where's the mirror in your house when you wake up every morning? Do you not just look at yourself and go, "Wow, maybe I do spend too much time on the internet"? You think they're grooming kids in public schools? You sound fucking not you. Republicans sound fucking
no. Hang on, because the grooming kids in public schools won West Virginia. I don't think
someone grooming kids in West Virginia won. Fuck West Virginia.
Well, it was regular Virginia, but yes.
Yeah, Glenn Youngkin won. Didn't he?
Yeah.
He won running on their grooming kids in school. So I don't think it's a Republican messaging. Because he had ideas. Like I said, I think you're exactly right. It's basically,
I don't have
ideas.
I don't think people care. The groomers in the office.
I mean, single kids who don't have kids and just, murder them don't care. But parents care. Parents care a lot. Like, I'll put up with a fair amount. Well, actually, so I don't put up with any shit, to be quite honest.
Yes, he does.
But
I bully him every day.
Well, that's you. Some people will put up with a lot of shit as long as you let them just to continue going on their day to day. And then you mess with their kids and they're going to get violent. Very, very violent. And it's going to be people.
What's happened to I don't care how someone lives? Live and let live.
But so that's the thing, is they're indoctrinating your kids into a lifestyle that you don't want. Like when a second grader can go to their library and check out what is pornography, gay pornography.
Show me that.
They have.
Show me.
Hang on, I'll show it to you.
I'm gonna need some evidence.
I'm not gonna show you right now, but it is a book.
If it's just a book about being gay, I'm gonna hit you in the.
No, it's literally.
I'm gonna hit you in the cock. I'm gonna hit you in the. I just want to clarify before you do it. Before you tell me, it's just a book about being gay, I'm going to hit you in the dick.
Okay, it's not a book about being gay. It's a book about how to find older men. So it's a book about homosexuality. But it describes how you're going to find older men who are going to, so the narrative is about how to find older men who are going to...
Is it Jack and Jim?
Introduce you. And then it's going... it describes what a fellatio is. It describes a lot of... Just Google it. It's a lot. It describes a lot of different sexual acts between males.
I'm gonna have to see some
and it's
evidence.
Available in elementary schools. In some elementary schools.
Show me.
Well, I'm not gonna Google it right now.
I bet you some weird ass
a bunch of
dropped it in the fucking.
How do you spell fellatio?
So
FELATIO.
Oh, slow the fuck down.
Anyway, honestly, I'm willing to. It's not a part of the fucking curriculum. Obviously,
no, it's just available in the library.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet that it got donated because that's all these fucking libraries get all these books.
We can argue up and down. The point is that parents during COVID found out a lot about what their children are being taught and really fought back about it. To the point where Biden labeled them domestic terrorists.
Happy or fortunate?
I don't fucking know, Nick. I don't know the name of the book.
No, I'm fucking talking about fellatio.
I don't care. Anyway, no, but you know what? Just Republicans run on it. Just run on it. Run on it. I fucking hope, because that's what fucking what's his name in Georgia is. That's what fucking Walker is running on. And Brian Kemp, is that his fucking name? The governor of Georgia.
I think so.
Yeah, he's like, stop fucking saying that. Our teachers are great. They don't want to fuck your kids.
Is that quote?
Well, so Libs of TikTok has made a pretty huge dent in that.
Yeah, they have blue hair. Get fucked. Who cares?
That's no. That's not what Libs of TikTok does. Libs of TikTok does not share people's TikToks with blue hair. It shares. Well, okay, they do that, but the fact that they have blue hair is just a thing. Like what they're doing is.
Yeah, Garrett had purple hair at one point.
Did you really?
No.
You dyed your hair.
I did dye my hair. I
Nothing wrong
didn't
with
dye it
dyeing your hair.
purple.
What's wrong with dyeing your hair purple?
Oh, so there was a lot wrong with me dyeing my hair black.
Yeah, you went through your goth phase. You
Like,
wore
I
makeup
did.
like a woman.
I did. I went through. It wasn't seen. I wore black, but I still listened to country music. So the goths wouldn't have anything to do with me.
Oh, so you were just trying to fit in?
Hey, isn't that what we're all trying to do, man?
No. So really, with the thing about, I was trying to stand out by doing what other people were doing.
He's still in a corner for extra money.
It's you know how high school is. Like y'all weren't there that long.
I bullied people like you.
That's fucked.
It's funny.
No, it's not.
There's comments, but you're my younger brother, and I love you, and I'm not going to do it on podcast.
I will.
Yeah, I bet you will.
No, yeah, I think a lot went wrong for you guys, and I think it was more than one.
A lot went wrong.
Because, like, I don't know. Like, the Daily Wire, I was watching them, and they were fucking lighting up, drinking, just throwing them back. And Matt Walsh...
It was a celebration.
Yeah, and then you get about halfway through, and they're just like...
Fuck.
Like, all right, everyone go to the office. We got to bitch about this for the next 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Like...
What you see is exactly what happened with having a stroke. Talking about how pissed he was.
He's making fun of how...
So Ben was angry. I mean, I also watched their...
How could you not? How could you not be...
Well, so that's the thing. Is
Red
because
tsunami.
It really is an utter failure.
I think it says...
It's like when Cyberpunk
Like
was so hyped and then it turned out shit.
I think it's more, and this is just me. I think it was more of a referendum on you guys than it was on the Dems. They're like, yeah, they lost, but they were supposed to lose.
I think it became that because of the candidate choices. That's really what I think.
I think that's what they're going to turn it on. They're going to be like, no, it wasn't a referendum on us. It was a referendum on Trump. Like, that's what it's going to be. Like, that's the politically smart thing to do.
Well, so that's what I honestly, like, I sincerely, after looking at the numbers, believe that's what it is. I'm not saying that as some kind of, like, political gotcha.
No, Trump.
I actually think that it was a referendum on Trump's candidates. That's why we did so well with not Trump-backed candidates.
Well, there's a clear correlation between, because Trump candidates, if they did win, they won by the skin of their teeth, and the ones who lost
the name Trump or Trump being out in your state campaigning for you was a huge detriment. It was just, and that's the thing. Democrats knew that. Democrats knew they couldn't run Biden in these competitive races. They sent him to like solid blue, won by 16 points races to campaign for the people. It kept him out of fucking Pennsylvania. They kept him out. I think he did do one campaign in Pennsylvania, but I don't like. It wasn't like a president would normally do. They kept him out of Wisconsin. They kept him out of.
They sent Obama.
Yeah,
they sent Obama.
So that's the thing. Is like,
that's all he's going to be good for.
So at least the Democrats had the self-awareness to not run the comatose patient of a president we have because he's got a 43% approval rating. What are you going to fucking do? He would have done nothing but hurt you. But Trump, because he's a fucking narcissist, can't stay out of it. He thinks he's the greatest thing to happen to the Republican Party since Jesus walked on water, and it makes me violently angry.
I can tell.
It really does.
And to top all that off, this year, it happens pretty much every year, but especially during the midterms, they break every record for spending. And you guys, it was about 50-50. You guys about outspent the Democrats. The problem is, you couldn't use your money because you guys didn't fucking have it. Mm-hmm. So this is the part I was telling Garrett. Did you know that before I told you that?
No, I did not. But do we want to focus in? Have y'all guys touched on what you think of? Because I'm ready to move on to Trump. I'm ready for the rest of this podcast to be bitching about fucking Donald J.
I think that's all a big key thing is even some centrist Republicans don't like Trump anymore. Like, a lot of them saw January 6th and all the shit Trump's done since then, from there to now, and it's like, I don't want that guy as my president anymore.
Yeah.
And it
that's kind of the thing.
And I'm not saying those Republicans voted blue, they just stayed home.
They said, I don't even think they stayed home.
I
think they voted blue.
The top
or independent. They voted for
independents, definitely.
Either way, they didn't vote for the fucking Trump candidate because they're like, dude, I don't want him in my Congress representing me.
Mine, I guess, would be that the issues going into this favored the Democrats. So, like, in order, you had it would either be inflation or abortion. They're sitting right back each other at 1 and 2. Whichever one was your 1, the other one was your 2. And then after that, it goes fucking democracy. And it's like, how the fuck is that high in about a 50-50 country? Mm-hmm. Like, that's fucking insane. And
well, so Democrats ran on, if Republicans win, democracy's dead. which is honestly the same
Well,
thing they've been fucking running on since 2000.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
Well, Republicans kind of ran on, if we lose, it's rigged. You know it's rigged because we lost.
I didn't hear that. But maybe I'm just not listening to the right circles. I mean, I didn't hear if we lose,
I haven't heard
it's rigged.
Amanda Oz say a damn word.
I haven't heard anybody say a damn word about it.
Surprisingly, you have a lot of these candidates actually conceding.
Yeah.
Which to me,
Yeah.
That's
really,
good.
really
like
good.
Stacey Abrams said, yeah, I lost. I'm like, nice.
Good honor.
Which is
I
like
mean,
great.
Because she didn't do that the last time.
Yeah,
Granted,
no.
You guys don't know. She lost by a couple thousand. She was like, "Rah!" And I was like, okay.
Well,
I was like,
I think-
nobody likes you. Like, no, like, do people...
Governor Kemp beat her by more than a 3,000
Oh, this
votes
time,
this
yeah.
time. Like, it wasn't...
It was a sound defeat.
This wasn't Bush Gore. This was Barack Obama in 2012.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot.
All right, has everyone said their piece, Wyatt?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh no, I'm spending the rest of this podcast bitching about Donald Trump.
I'm
so angry.
Yeah, we'll talk about...
You tell everybody first.
Yeah, so listen to this. So, roughly, the Republicans had hundreds and hundreds of million, up to like $400 and something million raised, which about beat the Democrats. Actually, it may have beaten the Democrats officially. But there's a problem, because this is counting from... So when Trump, whatever happened...
This is
with
Trump
the
raised
election-
dollars.
Right. Trump raised something like, he's got like $300 million just sitting in a vault in Mar-a-Lago. And there was a condition that be for his campaign and then future campaigns in the Republican Party, and he didn't spend a goddamn cent.
He didn't release any of those funds to
But it gets
candidates
worse.
he backed.
But it's worse. It's worse than that. It's not like they just gave Trump the money and Trump didn't spend it amongst his candidates. It's even worse. He would be like, hey, I'll campaign for you and I'll pull this ad for you and I'll email donations for you, but I get a cut. Well, his cut ended up being literally like 99, 95%. So for every dollar you gave, 95% of it would go to Trump, 5% would go to your candidate. So that may still end up being
That's
$50
He's
million.
charging them for a guarantee. That's basically, if you attach my name to your ballot, you're going to win. And then now, I really think in 2024, we'll talk about it later, but I think in 2024, the Republicans are fucking done with it. Like, you can't have this kind of
I
performance.
have a prediction for 2024.
Well,
We'll get there.
Get in there later.
But yeah, that's 2024.
That's so fucked. That's someone who doesn't give a shit about conservative values.
No, did you
Of course
see?
he never did.
No,
Of course
he's using us
Oh, no,
for
no,
his
no.
own fucking narcissism.
Did you see what he said in an interview? If the Republicans win, he should get all the credit. If they lose, it's not his fault.
Yeah, and he fucking believes it too. He
Yeah.
thinks that's how it ought to be.
No. Some people are like, they're like, dude, you think he's like,
That's
he's just joking. He's like, people are like, no, he bet he fucking
Look
believes
at his
that.
face.
Like he's not joking. Like he believes that, and I fucking.
Yeah, dude, he's something else. He's a piece
Dude,
of
I'm
work.
so fucking done.
If they run him in 2024, you guys will lose again.
Dude, if they run him in 2024, I might. If Biden can get gas down, I might vote fucking Biden. Like, I'm not.
That's
do you
a
know
lot.
What it
That's
takes?
a lot.
Do you know what it fucking takes to get me to say I might vote fucking Democrat? If they run Tulsi Gabbard, I will vote Democrat over Trump. Like, just hands down. But even Biden, if he can get gas prices fucking down, I might vote Biden
so here's
over
my
fucking
thing:
Donald
gas isn't inherently Biden's fault.
Trump. We've been over this. I'm just saying.
Gas isn't even that bad right now.
If gas got good, people would be like, "Oh, that's right, we got gas prices down." If gas,
That is the nature of politics.
like,
Yeah.
I'm just
No, I know, I get what you're saying, but it's like
do what you can, get gas prices down. If I think you've done enough, I might vote for you. over fucking Donald Trump. That's what I'm saying.
get inflation down. I'll be happy.
Well,
Well, in 2 years,
I don't want to ask him
won't
to
be a huge
turn water into wine.
I will.
At this point, it's at this point, I think inflation's a.
It's here to stay.
Well, you saw our last podcast. I think inflation's
It's here to stay for a while.
no. I think we're in the downward spiral. I think there's not much anyone short of just utterly changing fucking everything. I think it's
Tapering off.
no, going to get a lot worse. And I don't know
Think
there's
so?
a lot in it yet. I mean, anyway, I'm so angry at Donald Trump just because.
Oh, it's funny. I find it so funny. Because when Mitch got him elected in 2016, he was like, look, I don't fucking care for the guy. We're going to squeeze every ounce of conservative ideology into policy we can out of this.
Right.
And you guys got some decent. If you're a conservative, you got some decent wins. You guys like the tax plan.
We got the Supreme Court. We got a lot of federal judges. We got the tax plan. We got
the tax plan is still in effect.
We had the wall. We got the wall funding kind of through some fuckity shit, which I don't agree with.
So like some of the stuff you kind of had to bend the rules a little bit. And
no, it wasn't bending the rules. We operated entirely within the rules. It's just
you lied to people. Like the Supreme Court, you lied, but you know what? No one gives a fuck.
Yeah, it's politics.
Yeah, it's politics. No one gives a fuck at the end of the day.
That's not the deal. That's not even what I'm saying. The point is that Mitch was totally ready to throw in the fucking towel on this guy, but he just wouldn't leave. He's like a fucking. He's like
herpes. He's political herpes.
He's just fucking.
And I can't. I'm gonna break.
He always flares up at the worst possible time.
Yes. You came out 2 days and started talking shit on Desantis. Are you fucking insane?
This dude.
When DeSantis is probably the most popular Republican candidate
hands down,
across the board.
No Republican in the United States fucking touched DeSantis' margin. Touched it. And you're gonna go to open war with the guy? I mean, so, frankly, do it.
Yeah, DeSantis, I feel like if Trump, DeSantis.
I think DeSantis.
It's timing. You won't do it yet. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out if DeSantis has balls as big as his fucking head, though.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna have to sit on stage, and he's gonna have to shit talk one of the best shit talkers in the history of talking.
I'll tell you what.
Shit.
I had a vision in the shower the other night.
That's good.
And I'll tell you what I really want to see. I want to see
his pecker.
No, I want to see DeSantis Pence ticket.
Oh,
I want to see Pence come out and get to tell really what he thought of Donald Trump.
Oh, you would win. I feel like you would hands down win that fucking election.
Who's going to attach their name to Trump at this point? What person in the Republican Party? I don't think so.
Not with the midterm. Not with the
No. I mean, so surely there's going to be a sellout.
Yeah,
are you going to
Cruz?
No.
Cruz.
His ego is like
he's pragmatic.
Trump, and then we have Cruz.
Cruz is the ultimate pragmatist.
All I'm saying is
whatever he's got to do to win.
Whoever attaches their name to Trump is going to eventually become a fucking independent, and they're going to split Republican vote.
I don't think so.
Trump is not.
If he threatens to split the Republican vote, one, he loses all those funds from the RNC. Good.
Not the ones he's already got.
He should.
No.
Does he not?
No, they're his. They're his fund that he raised.
Oh, I'm gonna be so goddamn it if we fucking boxed ourselves into a Trump 2024.
That's what they're saying. The RNC.
So fucking pissed.
Dude,
everyone should be fired. Everyone should be fucking. Everyone. I want a guillotine in the public square, and we're gonna line these motherfuckers up.
We called it. We said he'd call for heads, and we called it.
Dude, I'm so mad.
For HR reasons, that is a joke.
Yes, that is a joke. I'm definitely not serious, but I very much.
That
is obviously a joke.
No, I am furious though. I am fucking furious. If they gave at his discretion, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
No way, Mitch McConnell okayed that.
No, so this is Trump raising his own money, right? So he has his own. He has his own. You know what PACs are, like political PACs.
Right.
He has the Trump PAC, right? And basically, what he would do is he would. So instead of having the RNC fund candidates directly, which they still got some funding from the RNC, but very few people are giving to the RNC and Trump.
They're giving to one of the.
They're giving to Trump mostly, and this isn't even right now. This is as of seriously, since 2020, he's been 2021, I guess he's been raising money.
So hopefully this changes now with the midterm elections. Hopefully donors will realize the collateral damage that is fucking Donald Trump.
You think corporations are gonna?
Yes.
You think they're gonna?
Yes.
Because Trump did a lot for corporations.
Doesn't fucking matter.
They don't care what you've done for them.
Again,
what have you done for me lately?
Used cum sock. It is gone out the window if you can't win a fucking general election. Because what good are all your promises if you can't win, and you can't fucking win? You can't. If Mehmet Oz can't win Pennsylvania over a coma patient, you can't beat Joe Biden.
Let's not shit talk Fetterman. Fetterman is one of the best dudes in politics right now.
If Mehmet Oz can't beat a literal coma patient, how can Donald Trump beat a coma patient in the general?
That says more about Republicans than it does Democrats. If you guys can't beat coma patients, y'all need to throw the fucking towel.
Trump can't beat him.
You might have to start switching your
That's the
ideas
message.
around.
That's the message I take. Is in 2024, Biden runs, Trump can't beat him. He
I
will
think
not
he
get the
can.
independence.
Dude, no, better yet, Kamala runs. You guys are gonna have a fucking.
Oh,
battle.
he might beat Kamala. He might beat Kamala. Kamala is. I don't fucking know. I don't know.
I don't think you realize.
You get her on a debate stage though, because if she's the actual candidate, then she's gonna have to get up on a debate stage at some point. She's not. She won't have the COVID excuse. She won't have the okay, look, I'm old and I'm being president. I can't do it excuse. Yeah. It's gonna be a young woman on stage with Donald Trump. Donald Trump's going to tear her apart. And she can't string together a sentence normally when everyone's stuck in their
that
lazy.
didn't work as well. Now, Biden, for all of his flaws in between the years, I mean, he's not a loud, reactive guy. He's not a dick.
I mean,
But so, when Trump shoot his ass, he just didn't take the bait. Kamala's going to take the bait. You know what I mean? It's when Trump goes at Kamala's going to take the bait and fail.
Yeah. Because that is the game. Yeah. That was the same thing he did in the primary and against Hillary.
That's the thing.
It was
who takes Republicans take the bait. Go watch the 2016 primaries. I think DeSantis takes the bait all the time. Reporter asking questions, fucking own the libs. He's going to do that to Trump too. It's just going to be it's going to be a fucking dogfight about.
It's going to be who can turn the other. So the thing with the DeSantis 2024 and
who's going to stay calm and collective on the fucking stage, and who's not going to lash out and make a no. DeSantis versus Trump is going to be which hammer can turn the other into a nail.
Because they're both perfect. That's a perfect way to word that.
Because you have to make this other, so it's two hammers on a stage, and you have to bait the other one into becoming a nail. Because as soon as they walk into it, that's why I want to see Pence on DeSantis' ticket. Because you know who's going to get who's going to really get under fucking Donald Trump's skin is Pence coming out and talking shit. Someone who was under him and coming out and knows all the dirty little secrets. Knows all the dirty little secrets. Knows everything. God, I would love it.
Oh, that would be a good strategy.
I'm here for it. Are you kidding me? This is awesome. This is fucking.
I've never seen Gary this beat red before.
Dude, I'm so mad. I'm so mad.
Breathe, my man.
I'm excited for it. And I don't know if Biden, I think at this point plans on running, especially after this.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Because at least it points. So, nobody really. His approval rating hasn't seen a huge spike. It's been going up a little bit after Roe and the student debt. Yeah.
At the lowest, it was 36%, and now it's up to 43%, I believe.
Yeah. So, the thing is that nothing to justify this wave, or this backlash. But, so it seems like Democrats are just fuck, we're just rocking with you guys. We don't really like you, but we're rocking with you guys just because.
Till the presidency comes, and then we're going to throw you out.
I don't think.
Maybe.
I think after winning the midterms like they did, I think they'll stick with Joe Biden.
That'd be stupid.
I think it will be stupid. Frankly,
it's a huge risk.
I think,
especially if Republicans pull up. DeSantis probably whoop anybody.
Oh yeah. It is a huge risk because if we put anyone worth their fucking salt besides Donald fucking Trump, we will handily beat Biden.
I don't think so. I think Cruz is about as liked as fucking.
No. I feel like
so. Again, I said someone worth their salt.
I feel like not
say Cruz.
I feel like
Pence can't. He can't overcome the Trump.
Biden,
he can't
Trump,
overcome that he was vice president. DeSantis can. Governor Kemp can. Greg Abbott.
I don't think Kemp wants it. I don't think Greg wants it either.
I don't think so either. I mean, the governor of Texas is going to want to stay in Texas. Go ahead.
I think Biden.
I think Abbott legitimately wants to be governor forever. Yeah. I don't think he wants to be.
Yeah.
So you got Biden, Trump. In 2024, it's gonna be like dropping Nagasaki. Biden's gonna fucking whip his ass again. In round 2, he's gonna whoop his ass.
Yes, I 100% agree. If you're a Republican and you want to see Trump 2024, you're a fucking idiot. I'll just say it.
You probably
don't fucking do it.
Do it. Hey, Trump, I don't care. I think if you don't do it, you're a coward.
God damn it.
How you like that?
He's gonna announce tomorrow.
I can't tweet anything. He won't see.
I can't fucking.
That was good,
bro.
But
give me some.
Elon, I'm waiting for. You can't.
Yeah, but if there's anything the Republicans should have learned is that all the horse you need to back seems to be Ron DeSantis.
Yeah.
That's the horse you need to feed. That's your secretary right there.
The only beacon of hope you guys have is that dude is liked on a national level like he is in Florida.
So hang on, because one of the things that I actually want to talk about as a beacon of hope is I am glad to see the Republican Party and independents diverting from Trump and Trump candidates. I am actually...
Well, you probably should.
So I'm pissed at Trump for what he did, for not funding candidates, for picking piss-poor candidates just because they his dick. Like, I'm upset at Trump. I really...
Yeah, this
viscerally.
guy,
just
this guy not too
bones.
long ago was milking Trump because he liked...
That's... Well, okay. No, I wasn't.
Yes,
but...
Yes, you were.
And I'm still going to tell you,
I
like,
taking shots in the nostrils.
Angry dragging him.
Taking a spoon to your cheek just to make sure you get every little ounce of Trump juice you can. That was Garrett.
He's just gonna lie to our listeners. All 151 of them.
Okay, he didn't actually blow the president.
God.
He would have mauled
anyway.
Lewinsky if he could.
No. I like Trump's policies. I didn't like his attitude. But it is what it is. Point is, I'm furious with him after his behavior for this midterm election. And really after 2022 when he got laughed out of court. Like,
literally laughed out of court.
And then... what he did in the 2022 midterms has really, really pissed me off because you can't. To me now, you don't even get the excuse that I actually believe what you think, what I thought. Like you don't get to look me in the eye after you're behaving this way and tell me I want to do what's best for you. The fuck you do.
No, he was doing whatever got him the most clout.
Yes,
and like how did I don't know. Like, it took me, I mean, I grant you, it took me 2 years to see it. But, like, I just, knowing now, I'm like, how did you not see it sooner?
Well, so there's still,
like,
I think people are waking up. I think this is going to be a big thing, too.
Maybe. I mean, fuck, I don't know.
No, again, Republicans don't nominate losers, and Trump backed a lot of fucking losers.
Well, you can say you didn't lose. What are you going to do then? What's your fucking bold strategy when he tells you he won?
Your candidates lost. And you didn't.
Because I wasn't on the ballot. Same answer. I'm telling you, they always have a fucking answer. They always have an answer.
I mean, so Trump is a narcissist. He's going to have an answer that doesn't involve him being a piss poor candidate. But
yeah, we're gonna have.
But
reality.
That is one thing that I am happy to see. Is I am happy to see the Republican Party and independents not being so gung ho for Trump or Trump candidates. I think it is good for the country. I think it's good for the Republican Party to get away from these people who are stroking this egomaniac.
Yeah. I think I'm very interested. So I know where Mitch stands, but Mitch has been awful quiet. And that means he's cooking something up.
Mm-hmm.
Probably cocaine.
And, he was the Senate Majority Leader for fucking, 12 years?
Yeah,
10
now
years?
he's the Senate Minority Leader. I mean...
Well, no, but I'm saying, dude is filled in on the shit that happens in the White House. He knows shit. He's not going to leak it himself. We're never going to know it's from him, but it's from him. I'm telling you, when the bloodbath comes and the Republicans have to go to war with each other, Mitch McConnell is going to slip Ron a fucking file, and all it's going to have is dates in the future. And it's going to be this day, drop this file to Fox. This day, drop it CNN, New York Times. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you.
And that's something that we're going to get into with 2024, and why I think that DeSantis could really, and you guys. So if you've listened to the podcast for a while, I've been on the DeSantis train really since 2021. Or 2020, even late 2020. Since DeSantis started taking it to Biden, I've been like, man, I fucking like DeSantis. But I really, like I said, I guess to wrap up my current thought is I am glad to see, I liked a lot of Trump policy, don't get me wrong. And I liked the way, part of the reason he got elected was to be a middle finger. And he was a good middle finger. But now it's time to put down that middle finger.
Until that middle finger broke.
It didn't even break it. No one broke Trump. It was just he lost. America decided, hey, I'm sick of it. I'm sick. This isn't the correct response now. This was the correct response before, but now I got to have some other response. It can't just be go fuck off. And I think DeSantis is the guy, and I'm happy to see that Florida's a big deal. Because it's one of the heaviest red states for electoral votes. Basically, if you're a Republican,
it's going to be the new Texas.
If you're a Republican, you can't lose Florida at this point.
Yeah.
And so I don't think a Republican's going to lose Texas. People, Texas turning blue. No, it's not. Greg Abbott won by a fucking huge margin.
Yeah, he was running against Beto.
That's true.
Beto blows.
Yeah. Literally and figuratively.
Beto fucking sucks. He's about as smart as a fucking potato. Like, you're going to tell me your whole platform is going to be, I'm going to take away your AR-15s in fucking Texas.
In Texas.
That you're talking headquarters for every single ammunition manufacturer.
NRA's national conventions in Houston.
Are you...
There ain't shit to do in El Paso.
Like this is like what they talk about privileged with a capital P. This man has never left a fucking gated community. Like he has no idea what he's even talking about.
Ask the people out.
Has he ever talked to a registered voter?
He's never seen a real cowboy hat.
There's no.
But I'm saying, have you ever seen?
It's like in terms of bad politicians, it's like fucking Hillary and fucking Beto. Like, I mean, read a fucking room.
Like Kamala. Hillary.
Nah, she's
Pelosi.
She's also one of the.
She better get used to not being.
What were you trying to say?
I'm saying, have you ever seen what there is to do in Permia, Texas? There ain't nothing but to fucking shoot guns, and sometimes fucking shoot guns. It's all you can do in some parts of Texas. And your whole thing was taking your shit. Ain't gonna work.
Yeah. And he almost beat Ted Cruz, so I wouldn't bet on that horse in the future much either.
No, I don't like Ted Cruz.
You haven't been on the Ted Cruz train ever.
I've never been on the Ted Cruz train.
I just don't like him.
Anyone who wants power that badly, I think he's dedicated. I don't think he's dedicated to any principle. I think he will do whatever it takes to get power.
Absolutely
right. He flip flops. He's a pancake.
No, so I actually don't think he's flip floppy. I think he stays on the message, but I think that's also because he's a congressman in Texas.
Yeah.
Like, I think he has. Again, you can't run a CCR-15 in Texas.
You see someone throw a soup at him.
I think if you run Ted Cruz in Illinois, you get a totally different Ted Cruz. You run him in California, you get a totally different Ted Cruz. You run him in Kansas, you get a totally different.
The man of many faces,
and that's what I don't want.
The man of many faces.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or no face.
Okay, so what did the Democrats learn?
Oh, I don't think the Democrats are going to come away with any viable lessons here.
Back Trump candidates.
Fuck.
Back Trump.
I hope.
Dude,
Fund Trump.
I can see the headline now. It's going to be 2024.
DNC donates $30 million to Trump campaign.
I'd put $1 billion in that man's pocket.
Fucking hell.
I'd put the military budget in that.
I don't think if there's anything they learned, it's that the issues that we need to run on in 2024 need to be fucking abortion. If you make the election about that, that's going to favor the Dems. You may still win, but you're not going to win everything.
Well, so I don't think inflation is going to get any better. And
I'm willing to bet what's going to be more of a problem in 2 years. Inflation, you got to keep it. 2 years is a long time. You got a lot of time. That's a big Band-Aid for inflation. I mean, it's already, we were at 8 in July, and it's at 8.6 now. That's slowing down. It's only going to get better. The more these interest rates, it's going to be harder to buy fucking anything. But then it's
the last time a house was affordable, college degrees actually.
But then if you don't get, but the thing is, if you don't get the soft landing, then you get high unemployment. You get
We'll see. The economy, it's going to be harder to do worse. I'll say, is that fair? The economy was in such a shitter this whole fucking year. It's hard. It's going to be hard to not do to get worse.
No, so there's plenty of downward room to go.
You got. I mean,
the thing.
Yes, we got tons of room to go down. But I'm saying it's going to be hard to do that.
I thought that when Biden came in, all he had to do was not fuck up.
No, Jesus. Anyway, I'm willing to bet in 2 years inflation is still going to be an issue, but it's not going to be as big of an issue as abortion.
So I would actually say that abortion is probably not going to be as big of an issue.
Well, when people are having
the states have already hopped on Kansas said that they have got legal abortion at 12 weeks. I want to say.
Yeah, well, so that's the thing. There were 5 states where abortion was directly on the ballot, and all 5 favored the pro-choice.
Mm-hmm.
That's why certain states won't put it on the ballot.
It makes me very, very angry. But I mean, it is what it is.
I mean,
Texas refused.
But that's why I think
some states are.
That's why I think it's going to. Is going to dissipate. Is people are going to get to vote in their state in the next 2 years. They're going to put it on the ballot. They're going to get it on the ballot.
Well, there's no ballot now until 24. So that's the thing.
No, there's a special election. They can issue special elections.
You think Oklahoma's going to put that on the ballot?
Not with Governor Stitt. That's why I voted Governor Stitt.
Ugh.
But
you just like voting corrupt people into politics?
No, I don't. But
my man took your tax dollars, built him a mansion. Don't do that. Your man took your tax dollars, built him a mansion, and said it's your fault.
Well, I mean, at least he pissed on your face and told you he's pissed.
There's more.
Like,
There's more to the story than that.
No, it's not.
I'm not trying to defend Stitt. What I am saying is, okay, he might steal my money, but at least he doesn't murder children. So
Directly murder children. He indirectly kills a lot of kids with his policy. Like taking food out of them. He kills them slowly, alright? He waits for them to get in high school.
I can't.
he's playing the long game. He waits for them to kill themselves. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is that I think if you're a Democrat and you look at this election, because they were planning on a fucking shellacking. Yeah, like
Rightfully so, they should have.
So they did something they normally would never fucking do. And they put up forward a bunch of lefty candidates. Like Fetterman, he's a lefty guy. Warnock, he's up for re-election. Mark Kelly, the guy in Arizona, he's up for re-election. They're all pretty I mean, Warnock's like kind of moderate. But then you put him up next to Herschel Walker. But, so they were going to blame, like, the messaging was clear, like, hey, when we lose, we're going to blame all these fucking progressives for going too far. And then they found out that wasn't going to work, because it turns out...
The Republicans are going to shit the bed.
Yeah. And, well, no, honestly, I think it might be... So I don't think this election had as much to do with what Republicans... Well, so definitely a mix of the two, but I think it had more of, Biden was like... So, the Dobbs decision came out. And I guess that's not really the Democrats doing something, but they say they're going to do something about it.
They tried, and it got failed.
And then, Biden wiping away the student loan debt. Like, that helped out a lot of motherfuckers. That's like 30 million Americans got relieved. Or, I guess it's hung up now.
In theory.
Yeah. As of right now, they're trying.
As of right now, it's still 0. And federal judges basically came out and said, you can't do that. Which is the right decision in my mind. But
no, not constitutionally. It's explicit in the Constitution. Well, in a bill. But, it came out after... It's one of those post 9/11 bills. Because I guess...
the Patriot Act comes back to bite him in the ass.
No, it's not that. I can't remember the name of the bill, but it says that the president and, the Department of Education, I don't know who it is right now, the head of that has the explicit power to wipe away debt during a crisis. And once a crisis, well, he blamed the Rona and the recession.
Whatever he fucking says it is.
Okay, well, it is what it is.
But yeah.
What lessons do you want the Democrats to take from it?
Oh my God, for God's sakes, you gotta run on abortion, apparently, and you gotta actually do shit. Like, that's some cool shit. Nobody fucking talks about it.
So that's the thing, is I don't think even if without changing the Supreme Court, even any law you pass that's not an amendment, I think is going to get shot down.
And the Supreme Court...
It's only going to encourage them to vote harder.
Usually the Supreme Court doesn't shoot down things until it gets to them. A court case got to
them. Yeah, but as soon as they pass a law against abortion, Greg Abbott or Desantis or Stitt is going to take it to the Supreme Court. Why? Because the Supreme Court just got done saying, you do not have this authority.
Yeah.
Well, so the whole point is Roe v. Wade was a court case, was the difference. If you pass it by law, it's different. Roe v. Wade was strictly
No, it's not, because of the opinion. The opinion on Dobbs was you do not have the explicit power to regulate abortion. Therefore, that power belongs to the states.
Yeah, until they pass a law.
No. You have to pass an amendment. You have to get 2/3 majority. Yes.
I don't think so.
You don't have the ability to pass a law.
I think because we've passed stuff without amendments before.
You're wrong. I'm telling you, you're fucking wrong.
I don't think so.
To add something to the Constitution takes a what?
It takes a law or an amendment.
No. Is every law in the books part of the Constitution?
In a way. An act is.
No.
An act
it's not. No, it's not.
No, the Constitution strictly.
What's the last amendment on the Constitution, Nick?
What, 27th?
When was it passed?
It's in the 90s, right?
Yeah, it's in the 90s.
Okay. Have we passed laws since then?
Mm-hmm.
Did they get added to the Constitution?
Yeah. So they can be retracted is the only difference. You can actually retract it. You can retract amendments.
The difference is that an amendment is added to the Constitution by 2/3 majority.
They could also be subtracted as well. Because we've added and subtracted amendments.
Yes.
So they're not
by a 2/3 majority.
So the thing is, they didn't say that. So you would need a law to get abortion. So you would need like a federal abortion
amendment.
Law.
No, you would need an amendment to give them that power.
No. So that's the whole thing with Roe, right? Is that they read it into the Constitution. So it's a constitutional
It's a court
right.
case. Is the difference?
Yeah. So like
So
they weren't
there was-
questioning a law in the books. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like there was a law at the federal level.
They were questioning court opinion. But what I'm saying is because of the opinion in Dobbs, they said that this is not an explicit power. The Constitution does not give the federal government...
You don't need
An amendment.
You just need a law. So it's like the Civil Rights Act. It's not in the Constitution. See what I'm saying?
I don't think so. I think you would need an amendment, but...
No, you want there to have to be an amendment.
No, I actually
No,
think
I
there
know
would
you
have
don't
to be.
think that. You want there to be...
I actually think there would have to be an amendment after reading the decisions.
Well, because
But
it's a court.
whatever.
Because there's okay. So the way road worked, there was no federal law, so the court read it in.
I understand.
Well, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You
I
think- you
understand.
think
they
you
were
need an
overturning a decision. They weren't questioning a law. Okay?
Or the
But in the opinion...
They weren't even saying that it couldn't be a law.
they're just saying there's nothing in the Constitution that says it should be.
This is not hard. They're explicit in the decision. They're just saying that, like, no, this is not how you interpret the Constitution. They might even say you need a law. Like you would need permission from Congress, as they always say.
I don't know. Either way, so I think Democrats got a huge chance 2024. They run the right people. I think Republicans have a better chance if they run the right people, like DeSantis.
No, so Republicans are going to have a better chance just by virtue of being... Well, fuck, I said that this time.
Red tsunami.
Fuck if I know!
The red tsunami turned to a little trickle.
Red tsunami wasn't even a red whimper. It was a...
Yeah, let's
It was
see.
it was a menstrual cycle.
Yeah.
It was a paper cut. You're like, fuck.
I mean,
it's more of an annoyance.
The thing that I'm going to be curious to see is if is DeSantis as popular in other areas? Because the people that really like DeSantis are anyone who's above 45. So like you get to like states with young, and in Florida, if you didn't know, that's an old
state.
retirement.
It's literally
like Maine is the only one with an old.
It's
demographic.
called the retirement state. People retire to
I
Florida.
don't blame them. It's fucking beautiful there. You ever been there? We've all been there. It's
Fuck,
fucking
It's
nice.
humid,
Yeah,
The weather I can do without, and the lizards.
especially the 16-foot ones.
Yeah.
the ones that do a little death roll.
No, so I'm cooler with the big snakes. It's the small ones that like fucking.
You say that. Have you ever seen a big snake in the wild?
It depends on how close I was. If
Yeah,
I saw,
exactly.
it's like if I saw a snake in that corner,
I don't give a fuck.
if it's small and it can
I'll
move
eat
real
that.
fast,
I'll eat a
I'm
snake with
fucked.
man.
Like I'm done. If
No,
there's
no,
a big, like you got like a boa constrictor just sitting over there, I'm cool. I'm chilling.
I hit him with a
No,
stick.
I'd fucking kill the
But
snake.
if I saw one like right there, fuck, I'm fucked either way.
I just kill the snake. Like I don't fucking do
No,
snakes.
no. I would do like bad Mr. Snake. Whack. Hit it with a stick.
Yeah, but I'm interested to see. And we're
Actually,
gonna find out because he's gonna
we're
run
gonna.
for president.
Tune in 2024. Let's see what happens.
That's going to be interesting. That is going to be interesting. I very much look forward to seeing Republican primaries because it is going Trump. Nothing short of God smiting the man is
I'm
going.
voting for Trump if he runs
I will fucking hurt you
in the primaries.
I will
too.
I bet you.
I haven't voted.
I just want to cancel your vote out.
Because you're gonna vote for someone else. That's not Trump.
I'm trying to think what that means about what your registration is. Because if you're independent or Democrat, you can't vote in a Republican primary.
He's your
And see, that's where I think that favors Trump because the independents prefer DeSantis. Republican base is still a slight edge for Trump. You guys need to let independents vote in your fucking primaries.
I think that's gonna go away, especially because of the.
It might. It might.
But I also recognize that there are some Republicans who are just batshit nuts. I got told by one Republican that all of social media was going to be shut down yesterday.
Well, Twitter might be going bankrupt.
Wyatt. I don't fucking know.
Is this also the very radical one?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Enjoy social media. It's going to go down today and it's never going to come back. And I'm like, I'm going to fuck.
People like that exist.
I need a... This is
and
why.
some of them are decently smart. Some of them are lawyers. Some of them are teachers. Some of them are cops.
It's amazing. It's amazing how high up you can get a corporate ladder and still be a fucking retard.
It's
America hasn't been a country since Abraham Lincoln and Donald Trump ended the corporation. Oh my god! Please stop!
Ended shit. He had.
Please stop!
What have we been, an imaginary country? I don't
No,
even know what the fuck
we've been a corporation owned by Europe and the EU and I don't fucking know.
What is this fucking Mr. Rogers land of
it's not him. It's not him.
It's not me.
It's not him.
I don't have the answers, guys.
They don't have the answers.
We need to give this person their own damn radio show.
This would make
the last
this would make what
the last
Alex
one,
Jones.
Yeah, so the last person that had his own
fucking
radio
say.
show got sued for a few $1 billion.
No, you have no idea the kind of crazy shit I hear about, and do you have any idea? It's like someone trying to tell you, guys, did you hear 2 + 2 = 6?
No, let me explain.
Really?
Were they a Marine?
Show me on paper. Well, see, I got all this, I got all that. All of that is bullshit. Like, you just laid a turd on my desk.
There's a certain person I know on this podcast, and when me and Wyatt, whenever he...
Wow, that narrows it down.
when he comes with, look at all this evidence, one of us will say, that's a pile of What?
It's a pile of horse shit.
Oh. So it's kind of funny coming from the guy who put nothing but horse shit on my plate.
That's
there
the
are levels to how the craziness.
I recognize horse shit when I see it, and God bless.
Garrett, I feel your pain. I went to a college that was very largely
Stupid.
evangelical, and I had to sit in a lecture where a man tried to tell everyone that dinosaurs were on the ark, and that dinosaurs died and lions used to eat plants.
Mm.
And the Earth is 6. Yeah, all
my foundations class actually touches on that.
And basically, there's a group of college-age people, and they all looked at him and they say, "Yeah, that all sounds reasonable." And I said, "What the fuck are we talking about?"
So see, there's a more reasonable argument to that. It's like, so lions didn't eat plants; they ate animals that died. So animals always died; they weren't immortal like the rest of us.
No. Now you're conceding. We're not going to get into that. Don't say that to your church friends; they'll fucking kill you. You tell them there was death before sin, they will fucking eat your goddamn daughter. You think I'm fucking with you? You think I'm fucking with you?
Yes, you are fucking with me.
They will.
So what are we walking away with here?
Republicans is fucked up.
Trump is not the future of the Republican Party.
Now you fucked up.
Maybe. Who the fuck knows?
I know.
I'll vote for him.
I know.
I'm saying,
I bet you fucking will.
There's a lot of.
I'd do anything to piss you off.
There's a lot of people asking, Republicans, like, who would you rather have? And Trump is still leading most of the charge. Now that is almost certain to change.
Yeah, you know how many Trump 2020 fucking flags I've seen?
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, do you have any idea how many fucking
I still see Trump 2020 flags. I'm like,
Trump 2020 flags are for people who are I honestly believe, so I think this is a problem with Trump being disingenuous. I don't think there are Republicans who are still supporting Trump that will now, because Trump's going to react. He's going to react angrily to his candidate's losing.
I hope so.
He's going to. It's a matter of time. Now, so there's already reports that he's fucking fuming mad, especially about Mehmet Oz. And I guess he came out on Truth Social and said that it was actually his wife that talked him into supporting Mehmet Oz. But
just when does he listen to her? She didn't even speak English very good.
Wow, really?
He doesn't.
You dick.
That's not very culturally sensitive.
I don't give a fuck. She don't speak English very
But
good.
if I say Kamala Harris doesn't speak English good, I'm racist.
Well, one's a fact.
I'm wrong, but
one's a
I
fact.
was going to say she speaks English.
Well, see, it's not. I don't know.
it's not
racist.
speak that great. Like,
Just because he's old.
No, that's. So she says the words fine. She's just what she says is stupid. There's a difference.
There's no structure.
she knows what
to
the words are. She just puts them in the wrong order. Like,
She says the quiet part out loud and the quiet part loud.
but I think I think that's it. I think the Republican Party needs to turn its back on Donald Trump.
He'll just piss on it. He'll just piss on your back.
He's going to. He is, and there is no question.
What's the
There is no
devastation
question. When
there?
you look Donald Trump in the eye as a Republican and say no, he's going to be angry.
Yeah, that's the thing, and he's
All
an
the
old
better.
guy. He may not be around by then. He's old.
He is old.
We just elected a guy who's 90 years old in Congress. He's not that old.
Yeah, but that didn't come with the stress of being president.
Yeah.
He's been president for 4 years.
Yeah,
He's a
being
shit.
president ages you like 30 years. I mean,
Yeah.
look at Obama.
Yeah, see, Obama was the biggest one.
Yeah, well, that's because his hair went white.
Yeah.
Well, but he also, he slept a lot. Like, Trump slept a lot.
What, do you not fucking sleep or something?
Well, usually you wake up early. Trump did not.
Not on days I don't have to.
Do you want? What do you want to bet? Who sleeps more, Trump or Biden? Who do you want to bet?
Well, probably Biden. He
Yeah,
probably
shut the fuck up. Then.
like I'm convinced the only reason he wears those black shades so no one knows he's just
Yeah, it's Weekend at Bernie. Someone's pulling puppet strings from behind
the corn pop. The dementia's
Yeah,
getting
so
to him.
what's the doomsday scenario? What's going to happen when he runs in the primary?
Oh, we lose.
And then
If he wins,
hold on. And then DeSantis beats him out. And then he says, "Fuck you."
Fuck kids.
He said, "I'll pay the $20 million and I'll run my goddamn self. We'll go Patriot Party." What do we do? What do we do then? Or God forbid he wins the primary. Does DeSantis concede like a bitch, or does he?
DeSantis will concede.
I can imagine it.
But then he never runs again.
No, he's solid in governor. He's solid in governor. If he loses the primary to Trump, he'll win.
But then he's got to wait how many years to become a governor again? Because he has to.
He has to resign the governor?
He has to.
Before.
Yeah, he only resigns once he gets the nomination. I think. Don't quote me, but I think.
I thought he had to resign if he's running.
So let's set
I
up
don't think so.
set up the first doomsday scenario for me, Wyatt.
So the
it's
doomsday-
2024.
This is, just Democrat heaven. If you're a Democrat from a pure strategy standpoint, this would be ideal for you.
It's Trump and DeSantis 2024 primary, right?
And then
Or 2023.
ideally what would happen is you would have DeSantis win, and then you would have Trump say, "Fuck you, I'm running anyway, and you guys don't get any of the money I raised over the past 4 years." And that's a problem.
And he would.
Because you're talking about hundreds of billions of dollars going to get... he might be spiteful. He might just be like... He might know he's going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
He might just be like, "Fuck you. You aren't going to win."
Mm-hmm. So, Trump 2024... Okay, so we're talking 2023 primary.
But let's just say for all this, Biden is rerunning with Kamala.
Right. Because really, whoever the Democrats running is relevant in this scenario. But we have the primary. I think no matter what, it boils down to Trump or DeSantis. The Republican primary will thin very quickly with Trump on, because people who aren't as confident are going to be like, no, I don't need the banging that's going to come from DeSantis and Trump. What?
Okay, so I figured it out. They do political offices, like in Florida specifically, you have to resign before seeking federal. And he has so this is the resignation must occur no later than 10 days before qualifying for the federal office, or failure to resign, you would automatically be resigned.
Oh, well.
So if he seeks,
so he does have to resign as soon as he declares for the primary.
Yeah, he would. If he at all seeks to run for federal, he's got to resign within 10 days.
So the question then is, does DeSantis decide to run against Trump? I think with winning 20 points in Florida,
that's a question that actually
his
opponent asked. He's like, "Are you going to commit to a full 4 years?"
I am aware.
And he's like, "The only path I'll put out."
Yeah. So the fact that he said no, I think he was like, "Hang on, let me see the margins," and then he won by 20 in Florida.
Well, no, he didn't even say no. He dodged the question. They asked him, he goes, "Are you going to tell him?"
I know he dodged the question. I know he outright didn't answer. I am just saying that was him being like, "I'm going to wait and see the margins that I win in Florida."
Yeah, so if he resigns, like, he's got to wait how many years if he loses the primaries to Trump to come back?
Another 2 years. If he resigns his term, what's the limit on governor? Well, that gets into a whole bunch of questions that are irrelevant to the question.
We don't know yet. We'll figure it out.
We got Trump and DeSantis, okay? Because I do think if those two run, it's going to boil down to just them two very, very quickly. Mm-hmm. I actually think on a debate stage, I think DeSantis is going to mop the fucking floor with it.
I don't think so. Because the only
it takes
Trump is
minimal posture, and you beat the shit. We saw that in 2020
once.
Yeah, well, okay, so only once, but we saw minimal posture made Trump look like a goddamn jackass.
Yep, I just don't know that DeSantis loves to take debate.
I think DeSantis will.
I think
because I think he knows. I think he is aware enough to know. Now I might be wrong. But I also think that DeSantis is going to win the primary. So DeSantis wins the primary. Now Trump's going to split off and do an independent third party vote. Historically, no matter how much money, which granted, not that much money has ever been thrown at a third party, with the name recognition that Trump has,
doesn't matter. Still won't win.
Well, no, I'm not saying Trump would win running a third party. If he runs his third party, it's pure spite. It's pure egomaniacal insanity.
Yeah.
It is straight fuck you, fuck your voters, fuck everything.
Yeah, it doesn't matter even how popular you are. If you split votes, you will lose.
But I actually think the idea, so he loses the primary, then he declares he's running independent. With money he gained fundraising for the Conservatives, I think every Republican and their mother in office comes out and says, do you see what this guy's doing with your money? Do you see what this guy's doing? I think they do. I think they do. I really, really do. Coming out against Trump.
Well, the assumption there is a terrible one. And the assumption is that all the Republicans are what? Going to go against Trump? I don't fucking see that happening.
Republicans in office? Oh, absolutely. If he gets beat out in the primary, then absolutely.
Now, if you look historically to period, people are still going to vote for him just from name recognition.
He's going to steal some of the vote.
He's going to.
It may not even be.
And that's the problem. If he steals some.
Yeah.
Of the
if
vote,
he steals any,
it doesn't have to be much. It really doesn't. It doesn't have to be more than 4%, but I think he could get 12, 15.
Yeah. So that's the question. If he beats double digits, if he gets 10% of the Republican vote, we're fucked. That means we lost the general.
If he gets 5%, you're fucked.
No, I honestly, yes. So we have a little bit of room with independents, but yes. Well, really, anything above 5%.
Here's the problem with independents. Independents are going to see a split ticket Republican basically thing because you're right.
No, they won't. They'll see an independent next to Trump's name. They'll be like, God, I really hate Trump. This guy's running against him, and I'd still prefer a Republican or someone who's not Biden.
Well, they're like, well, the fucking Republicans.
Or they'll be like, damn, I love Trump and I hate brown people. Fucking Trump. Like, there you go.
Desantis, where's that from?
Or they're going to vote for fucking
Desantis.
The independents more likely going to go back to the Democrats. He's like, look, fuck Republicans ain't got their shit. And a vote for
independents broke for for Democrats heavily in the midterm.
In Senate races.
So the biggest thing you got going for it is no one's going to vote for independent. An independent president's a dead duck president, almost automatically. Any independent president's going to be a dead duck. He's got to find one party or the other. That's why no independent wins, because they're dead duck. Because nothing.
We're not saying that Trump's going to win.
That's what I'm saying. So
but I'm saying Trump might not even be planning on winning if he does this.
If he does, so again, if he loses the primary and still runs, he's not planning on winning. He's planning on fucking the Republicans.
Tune in November 12th or 14th. We'll find out his answer.
I don't think he's going to come out at this close to the shellacking. I mean, he might, but I don't think so.
His whole platform is going to be, I'm running on the savior of the fucking party. Like, that's what he's going to be. He's be like, because it is a fact that when Donald Trump is on the ballot, it does appear to help Republicans.
That's not true. Not in the midterms.
He's not on the ballot. His name's not on the ballot. That's what I'm saying.
Fuck, I don't know. His name
carries a lot of weight.
It carries a lot of recognition. Yeah. It does. It's not a.
It gets people to the polls.
Yeah, for both parties. Like, that's the problem. Yeah. I don't know. The worst nightmare is that Trump decides to run.
And
God forbid
Biden gets if he gets the economy under grasp, which it appears to be getting better, but like you said, there's a lot of shit that can happen in 2 years. But if he gets that under control, and then he starts doing more young people shit, like, we're looking at a fucking shellacking. Not necessarily in the Senate and the House, but, I mean, they get to keep the
popular
president.
Vote.
Like,
so, oh god,
that is one thing that we didn't really mention is the inroads minorities the Republicans are making into minorities. I think something.
Just Latinos
and African American.
Tune in Tuesday.
I didn't think you guys I think you guys lost ground on
maybe in certain states. Maybe I'm wrong. I do know Latinos.
In Texas and in Florida, you guys made some pretty big ground for Latinos.
Yeah, I mean, big. 27% is stuck in my head. Don't quote me on that, but I don't know. Really, for the Republican Party moving forward, I want to see more distance created by Trump. I want to see more Republicans in office coming out and saying the things I've said on this podcast. I want to see them like, Trump is not the kingmaker. Trump is not the future of this party. Trump is a lame duck who's strangling and trying to save himself. He's not trying to save us. He's not trying to save you. He is trying to save his own ego, and I want to see it. Yeah, I want to see Mitch McConnell.
You know I want to see. He's going to fall back on his accolades. He's like, look what I did for you guys when I was president.
No, it doesn't matter.
What have you done for me lately?
What have you done for me lately?
What have you done for me? I'm with Garrett.
We'll find out Tuesday.
No, this is what I want to see from the Republican Party and Republican politicians in general. I want to see you coming out against Trump. I want to see you coming out, and I don't want to. Maybe not. I don't know. I wouldn't even complain. I want to see you coming out and saying the Republican Party is beyond Donald Trump. We will no longer support Donald Trump. That is what I want to see.
I want it in the platform, but they wouldn't do that.
Do you think Marjorie Taylor Greene is going to say that?
No, but I would hope so. I would hope someone even as dedicated as Marjorie Taylor Greene comes out and says, no more.
Maybe for DeSantis, I don't know. A lot of those, some people that like Trump really liked it. So like the Daily Wire, they were about Trump, and then they grew to like him, and now they're all on DeSantis.
Oh yeah, everyone on the Daily Wire.
But
you always move to the next horse.
But the thing is
Trump lost. We put him out to pasture. Now we're on to DeSantis.
Yep.
Retire.
Yep. The thing is that I just the problem with the Daily Wire in general is that they're kind of out of touch with the So like even Ben back when they first started that gig was the most anti-Trump fucking Republican you've ever met. He didn't even vote for him the first time around. And that's because he didn't realize how big the fucking support for that guy was.
Right.
And the support's going to go down, but is it going to go down enough? I don't fucking think so.
Trump is like...
So if the election was held today, there is no doubt in my mind fucking Trump beats out DeSantis. There's no fucking shot DeSantis. It's outside of Florida, especially you start getting to like Pennsylvania and shit, where shit really matters. It's like, well, fuck.
See, the problem is Trump is like a dog. At first he was nice, he growled at you a little bit. Now he's fucking biting your hand. And at some point you gotta put the dog down. He's biting kids, he's biting people, put him down, buy a new puppy.
Honestly, that's an astoundingly accurate
buy a new
analogy.
Puppy, shoot the old geezer.
At first you bought an aggressive dog.
Metaphorically, we are not.
No. Okay, what, are you the lawyer now? Like, I don't fucking... Anyway, the analogy you made is astonishing, and I just want to point it out, because... He was a dog. We elected him to bite the people we didn't like. Okay? What are Republicans always saying about feeding the alligator, though?
Don't get your hand too fucking close.
No, he eats you last. Okay? Trump ate. CNN, MSNBC, owning the libs, getting Republican policies.
He drained the swamp
and now he's turned around to bite Republicans.
Here's what I don't understand. What are you guys going to use against him that hasn't already been used?
That was a problem.
This guy's made of fucking kryptonite. Like, what are you gonna throw at him? Fucking Superman can't kill him.
So what are you gonna throw at him for Republicans? You're gonna throw that he actually doesn't give a damn about you.
You're gonna throw.
I think that's why people liked him.
No. No one votes for someone because they think we voted for Trump.
No, I'm saying that you
voted
for him because he was a fucking middle finger. No, some people I knew voted for him just completely out of fucking spite. They said, no, fuck you, fuck the system. I'm rocking with fucking this guy, right?
I think the best thing Republicans can say is he doesn't give a fuck about you, he doesn't give a fuck about your values, he doesn't give a fuck about anything but himself.
But then he's going to point to his record. But he's going to point to his record, and he's going to look.
And then he's going to point.
Like, what are you going to do?
He's going to point 6 years back, or 8 years, 4 years back. I'm sorry, my math is
off.
You're good. No, you're good. 4 years back, and then Republicans running against him are going to point to 2 years ago, when instead of donating money from the fucking fund,
I don't think they want to do it. I don't think. God,
they ain't got the cojones.
That's what I'm saying.
They ain't got the cojones.
I don't see it. I see Ted Cruz just watching. And then he waits till...
Well, Ted Cruz, because he's chicken shit.
That's what I'm saying.
He's going to read green eggs and ham again, and you're going to be grateful.
And here's the thing. I think Ted Cruz doesn't like Trump.
No!
But the thing is that the dude likes to win. And he will... I mean, be completely honest. If you guys were running against somebody, and they called your fucking wife ugly, and said you had ugly kids, that includes, like, daughters, right? Like, fuck. Like, how much of a weaselly little fucking shit do you have to be to, like, go on stage and shake the man's hand and be like, I hope every single one of you vote for this motherfucker. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Game of Thrones is a hell of a game.
I swear to God, I hate Ted Cruz so much.
But we'll see. We'll see what lessons they come out with. We'll see what they're going to move forward with, what the agendas look like.
Yeah, what is the agenda?
Buy a new puppy.
I'm waiting. I guess it depends on who wins, right? Like,
shoot the old dog, buy a new puppy.
No, you're not wrong.
Nope. Okay.
But wrapping up thoughts besides that.
Shoot the old dog, buy the new puppy. End of story. That's your only chance of winning in 2024. Because the other old dog, who's fucking limping, going sleeping half the day.
Don't say it, because that dog happens to be president.
And you know what? He's whipping your ass. All the dogs that are, sleeping, old, dying, they're whipping the fuck out of these new puppies y'all put up. And that's saying more about the puppies than the old geezers. You got one puppy who could win. Who could?
Dude, I'm gonna be frank. You lost me. You lost me
Yeah,
somewhere in the analogy. Don't repeat it. Don't make them go through that again.
And that was unbearable.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
That was downright.
Shoot the old dog.
This has been the Refined Peasants. I hope you voted your conscience.